Hi everybody, my name is Clancy Main and I work in the town manager's office. The Board of Selectmen at their last meeting asked that I put together a little tutorial on how to use the EyeOnWater dashboard. So the EyeOnWater gives you the ability with your new meter to monitor some of what's going on with your water usage. So if you head to the Town of Billerica website, we have a little tutorial on how to get started and sign up. So you can either use this from your desktop computer or you can download the app on your iPhone or Android device. I'll be giving you the tutorial through what it would look like on a computer. Both very similar, and there shouldn't be any differences. You should be able to figure it out just from watching this tutorial. So to get started, you would visit eyeonwater.com/signup, and you'll also want to have your zip code and your customer billing number ready to go to sign up. So when you go to eyeonwater.com/signup, you will be brought to a page that looks like this. So like I said, you'll be entering your zip code and then your account number. Once you enter these two, you will get a confirmation page that ask if you are the owner of whatever address you would have entered into for the corresponding account number. Once you do that, they will ask for an email address. They will send you an email and confirm that that actually is your account. They will also ask you to create a username and a password. Once you do that, you will be brought to a screen that looks like this. So I created an account for 250 Boston Road over in the Highway Department to give everybody a tutorial. So once you sign in, you will be brought to a page that looks like this. So this is the main dashboard for your water usage. So there's all sorts of things that you can do. So you can set leak alerts, take a look at your water usage at a glance, your meter, and dig down into some more interesting data about how much water you actually use. So before you get started, what I would suggest you do is over here on the right hand side, click for more options and change from gallons to cubic feet, because that's how the town of Billerica bills in cubic feet and not in gallons. So the first thing that I would suggest doing is set a leak alert. So most homes are going to have intermittent flow compared to a continuous flow. You go to work, maybe 9 to 5. There should be really not a lot of water running unless you put your dishwasher on or something. So I would click intermittent flow unless you plan to be using a continuous flow throughout the day. So I would click intermittent flow. I would click next, and then you have to decide how many gallons you would use if it exceeds what you would think would be a normal limit for 24 consecutive hours. I'll use 100 gallons for example's sake, but like I said, we bill in cubic feet, so you may just want to do some math and double check on that. And then after you decide that, you can click next again, and then you will be able to add an email, or it tells you over here on this side how to put a phone number in so you can get a text message. You can decide if the water is like that for over 2 days or 3 days or 1 day, and then you can get alerts depending on what you choose. So I will put in my email address and show you what the next final screen looks like if you do want to set up an alert. So once you do that, this is, you can preview an alert. So my flow threshold would be maximum 100 gallons an hour. So if I was using over 100 gallons an hour in my household, I would be getting a reminder, a text message from EyeOnWater to alert me that I potentially could have a leak. I'm not going to set up an alert right now, but this is how you would go about doing that. And then on the bottom over here, it says your meter. This gives you an idea of what your last meter read, how many cubic feet you used, and when your next read will be. Up top here, at a glance, this is a lot of what you will need. You'll be able to see if you increase your water usage, how much water you used in the last 7 days versus the previous 7 days, and what your 30-day average would be. Over here on the right side, this shows you a week-over-week comparison. So this Thursday, the highway department has used 203 gallons versus last Thursday they used 137. The highway department is an interesting case. Wouldn't be a household, so there are some peaks and valleys comparative to what a house may use. There's certain days where they most likely use a lot of water compared to other days where they may not use as much. So down here you can dig into the data of how much water you use a little bit deeper. So you can break it down by the hour of how much water you used, by the day, the month, and obviously the year. So we've only had these in at the highway department for 2 years, so there's not much historical data in the years, but there is some historical data in the months and the days, and so you are able to compare the June 2018 days against the June 2017 days. So you can get a pretty good idea, especially in a household, of why you're using this much water. You're also able to add overlays in that include the temperature and the precipitation. So you can see if it was a really hot day, maybe you were outside using your sprinkler. If it was a really hot month, maybe potentially you were doing some watering of plants and flowers a little bit extra, so you may have used some more water. So that is some of the stuff that you're able to do in Ion Water. And one of the great things that you're able to see is how much water usage you use every day. So this is June 2018 at the highway department. So obviously the highway department is closed on the weekends, and you're able to see that right here. There's really no water being used on these days on, I would have to assume, the weekends. So that's good, because if there was a high water usage and nobody was in there, you would have to assume that there was some sort of leak at that time. But you can see that most of these are pretty normal usage. There's no crazy spikes. You're not sure what they would have been doing this day, but I have to assume that it was within normal things that the highway department would have to do. So I would say that it's a pretty easy, intuitive system. You can set leak alerts, and you can dig down into the data that how much water you use. So if you have any questions or you have any issues, feel free to give me a call in the town manager's office at 978-671-0942, or you can email me at cmain@town.billerica.ma.us. Or if you have any issues and you would like to talk to the water department, you can call 978-671-1313. Thank you, and have a good rest of the day.